So I've got 5 more updates on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Let's get into it. What's up guys, Sal here. So first up, we finally have a high definition 360-degree video of the S26 Ultra in its violet color. Now this isn't the first time we've seen this color, but this is by far the cleanest and most detailed look we've had so far. Interestingly, earlier renders suggested that the bezels on the S26 Ultra would be slightly thicker than those on the S25 Ultra. Turns out that's not accurate. The bezels here are practically identical in size to the previous model. The only element that appears slightly larger is the punch hole camera, and even that difference is extremely minimal and honestly hard to notice unless you're really looking for it. Next up, we have the official render of the white variant of the Galaxy S26. Now we don't have the S26 Ultra in this color just yet, but you can safely expect the Ultra version to look almost exactly the same. There was some earlier talk suggesting that this white model would come with a fully matching white frame, but that's not entirely accurate. The frame is clearly silver, not white. So it's more of a two-tone finish rather than a completely uniform one. And yes, if you pick up this white variant, you'll be getting a matching S Pen to go along with it. Now here's a small design detail that most people would probably miss. The top camera island layer across the Galaxy S26 lineup is actually transparent, somewhat similar to what Apple did with previous iPhones. But unlike the iPhones, it's very subtle here. Interestingly enough, the S25 Edge also featured the same transparent layer, and almost nobody noticed it at that time. Moving on, a few days ago we learned that the S26 lineup does not include built-in magnets at all. Instead, Samsung is relying on external cases to provide magnetic functionality for accessories. Naturally, this raises the question of wireless charging standards. You might be wondering whether the S26 Ultra sticks with the older Qi 2.1 standard used on the S25 Ultra. Well, the answer is no. According to the latest certification from the Wireless Power Consortium, the entire S26 lineup supports the newer Qi 2.2.1 standard. This is the same wireless charging standard currently used by the latest Pixel phones and the iPhones. So why do those phones have built-in magnets and Samsung's doesn't? Well, simple. Samsung chose not to include them. Whether that's cost-cutting or because of the S Pen interference is unclear, but it was a deliberate decision. The upside here is that this certification confirms faster 25-watt wireless charging speeds, but you'll mostly likely need a compatible T2 charger along with a magnetic case to fully benefit from those speeds. Now on the software side of things, we've been hearing that the S26 lineup will be the first non-Pixel smartphones to feature Google scam detection functionality. And at this point, that's essentially confirmed. Android Authority discovered internal code within Google's phone app that points directly to this feature being enabled on Samsung devices. The best part is that you won't need to install Google's Styler app separately. This feature will be built directly into Samsung's own phone app. This is one of my favorite Pixel features because unlike traditional spam detection apps like Truecaller, which only gives warnings before or after a call, this uses on-device Gemini Nano to analyze phone conversations in real time and warn you about potential fraud. If something suspicious is detected, you'll get vibration alerts, on-screen warnings, and even audio prompts. Google says everything happens locally on the device with no calls recorded or sent to the cloud. Scammers are evolving fast, so if you're not keeping up with their tricks, this feature definitely helps. Next up, the Galaxy S26 lineup will bring major improvements in AI performance. Samsung has reportedly partnered with a South Korean company called Noda AI to co-develop a system known as Edge Fusion for these devices. The tech is said to generate AI images in about 1 second. If true, that's a big jump over the S25 lineup. What's interesting is that this report claims the image generation on the Exynos 2600 is actually faster than on the rival Snapdragon chips. That would mean the S26 and S26 Plus could technically generate images faster than the S26 Ultra. Of course, claims and real-world performance are two different things. I'll be testing this properly once I get my hands on the devices. Now, if you want to see why the S26 Ultra not getting this feature is a bad idea, click right here and I'll see you there.